Picture this. You're standing in the heart of the Namibian desert. The sun's golden light casts long shadows over the red sand dunes. Hanging from your neck isn't just any camera. It's a piece of legacy. A green beast, tough, elegant, and discreet. It's rumored to be the Leica M11-P Safari Edition. In this video, we explore what could become one of the most iconic releases in Leica's storied history. From expected features and exclusive design to why the Safari Edition matters now more than ever. This is the deep dive you've been waiting for. But before we head in the wild, don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell. Especially if Leica craftsmanship, legacy optics, and photographic purity are your thing. Let's begin. The name Safari Edition holds a mythical status among Leica collectors and photographers alike. This story traces all the way back to the 1970s, when the first olive green M cameras were introduced. Initially designed for military use and field journalists, these cameras weren't just about aesthetic charm. They were built with purpose and function. The olive green enamel wasn't merely for style. It served a tactical role, minimizing reflections during sensitive missions, making the cameras more discreet in high-risk environments. As time passed, this design evolved into something symbolic. The Safari series became a visual representation of Leica's unshakable philosophy, functionality intertwined with timeless design. With legendary editions like the M6 Safari and M10-P Safari, each release has only added to the narrative, making the idea of a new Safari edition not only logical, but also deeply emotional for longtime fans. Now, with the rumored Leica M11-P Safari Edition, it feels like Leica is preparing to write another chapter in this legacy, one that fuses rugged charm with modern digital elegance. The question that naturally arises is, why now? Why bring the Safari theme back at this moment in time? Leica's entire brand ethos is built on legacy, emotion, and storytelling. The Safari Edition, with its unmistakable green shell and vintage military aesthetics, represents something more than just a special edition. It evokes adventure, field work, exploration, and a sense of analog purity in an increasingly digital world. In today's era, dominated by spec sheets and artificial intelligence, Leica's camera philosophy stand apart. They're not competing in the megapixel race. They're fighting to preserve soul in photography. And therein lies the answer. The Leica M11-P Safari Edition is Leica's response to a world that's becoming too technical, too fast, and too detached. This rumored camera speaks directly to those who seek tactile experiences, who find joy in physical dials, and who believe in the intimacy of manual focus. Furthermore, we can't ignore market trends. The rise in popularity of limited edition collectibles and heirloom quality design makes now the perfect time. People today don't just want tools, they want stories. And Leica knows how to sell stories like no other. Let's now dive into the rumored specifications and design language that the Leica M11-P Safari Edition might bring, and how it manages to combine Leica's heritage with present-day functionality. Starting with the body, the M11-P Safari Edition is expected to feature Leica's signature olive green paint, a design element that's more than cosmetic. The enamel used in previous Safari models was known for being extremely durable, withstanding heat, dust, and abrasions in the field. This color tone is expected to return in a beautifully matte finish, likely applied over a solid brass top plate that adds a reassuring weight and premium feel. It's not hard to imagine a matching green lacquer on a special edition lens if Leica decides to bundle one. To complement the green casing, Leica will likely use dark brown or tan leatherette for the grip, which not only offers ergonomic support, but completes the rugged, classic Safari aesthetic. Inside, we expect the M11-P Safari Edition to carry the same internal specifications as the standard M11-P, which itself was a masterpiece of mechanical and digital harmony. This includes a 60-megapixel, full-frame BSI CMOS sensor, delivering extraordinary resolution and tonal range that caters to both fine art and commercial work. Interestingly, The sensor also supports triple-resolution RAW output, allowing shooters to select from 60MP, 36MP, or 18MP, depending on their needs and storage availability. A notable feature in the P series is the lack of the red Leica dot on the front, a design choice made to ensure greater discretion, particularly valued by street photographers and documentary journalists. Furthermore, the camera is expected to include 256 gigabytes of internal storage, which is not only generous but eliminates the risk of losing memory cards in unpredictable field scenarios. The rear display, according to rumors, will be protected by scratch-resistant sapphire glass, maintaining a pristine surface even in rough use. These features would make the Safari Edition an excellent choice for professionals who travel through harsh terrain or work in high-risk environments, like war photographers or conservationists, who require durability and silence above all else. The camera is also said to carry Leica's Maestro 3 image processor, which guarantees swift image handling, high ISO performance, and energy efficiency, in conjunction with a hybrid shutter system, offering both mechanical and electronic modes. This processor will allow photographers to shoot completely silently, an absolute gift when working with wildlife or in intimate, human-focused environments. We also expect Leica to retain the iconic optical rangefinder mechanism. Unlike digital viewfinders, this design requires manual focus and composition, encouraging a slower, more intentional shooting process. Some limited edition embellishments, such as special engravings or commemorative markings around the viewfinder, may also appear on the Safari version to elevate its collectible value. On the software side, the camera will likely support Leica's Photos app for remote control and live preview via Wi-Fi. Integration with the Content Authenticity Initiative may also be included, allowing photographers to authenticate their work and prove it hasn't been altered, a feature particularly appreciated by photojournalists in today's misinformation climate. Leica's Safari editions have always sat at the higher end of the price spectrum, not just because of their technical merit, but also due to their collectible value. The previous M10-P Safari Edition launched at around $8,000 for the body alone, and we expect the M11-P Safari to exceed that. Most estimates place the body-only price around $9,500 with a bundled kit, likely including a matching lens, possibly reaching up to $11,000 or even more depending on demand. As for availability, rumors suggest that Leica may announce this special edition during Leica Celebration Week in Wetzlar, or perhaps as a surprise digital unveiling mid-2025. Production numbers are expected to be strictly limited, with 500 to 1,000 units available worldwide. This scarcity will only enhance its desirability among collectors, Leica loyalists, and photographic historians alike. If you're a collector, a storytelling photographer, or someone who values legacy and precision, then waiting for the M11-P Safari Edition could be one of the most satisfying decisions you make this year. It's not for everyone, and Leica never intends it to be. If you're someone in need of fast autofocus, cutting-edge video specs, or broader lens support, then alternatives like the Sony a7 IV, Fujifilm X100VI, or Canon R6 II might better suit your needs. But for those who believe photography is as much about the journey as the result, those who value design, tactility, and history, the Safari Edition offers something few modern cameras can: an experience. One that feels less like technology and more like art. The Leica M11-P Safari Edition is more than a camera, it's a statement. Its rumored release suggests that Leica is doubling down on the values that set it apart in today's crowded camera market: craftsmanship, storytelling, and restraint. In a world moving toward AI imaging, computational sensors, and touchscreen everything, Leica is pulling photographers back to the roots, one frame at a time. This could also signal a renewed wave of collector editions. We might see more safari-themed lenses, accessories, and possibly even a monochrome safari in the near future, capitalizing on both heritage and exclusivity. And that's everything we know about the Leica M11-P Safari Edition so far. A tribute to history, a revival of exploration. a tool for those who believe in making every shot count. If you found this breakdown insightful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive camera coverage, and ring the bell to stay notified. What are your thoughts on this rumored edition? Would you take it into the wild, or keep it sealed as a collectible? Drop your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your take. Until next time, shoot slow, shoot bold.